What's up, everyone? Welcome to a very exciting episode of Beyond the Bell. Today, I have a very special guest on here. He does deathmatch wrestling. He is one of the most hardcore wrestlers I've ever seen. Let me introduce you guys to Crazy Main.
Whoop whoop. How we doing last size? Your homeboy, Crazy Man, all up in here, y'all. Straight from the 956 Laredo, fucking Texas, y'all. Wait, can I use language in this podcast?
Yes, we can use language. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, just making sure. If we have to go PG, I'll go PG. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're all right.
Nah, we's good, y'all. We's good. How we doing, bro? You know,
I'm doing great.
I'm
How are you doing?
pretty good. A bit humid out here in the good old 956. As we're speaking, we're like 98. Yeah, that's beyond human. You know, that's still
Yeah.
hot for September. But over here in the South, especially in Texas, it's very. How can I say this? It's very bipolar. It could be raining in the morning, and then it could be fresh at noon, and then you get spring at 1 or 2 p.m., and the rest is balls burning hot,
Yeah,
triple
I know
digits
how you
hot.
feel. That's how it's been up here in South Dakota, too.
Oh, I feel you. It's a vortex of all types of weather around here.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's get into this. How did you get started with the whole wrestling, and everything?
Oh, how did my love for wrestling all began? Well, a
Yeah, and what
little.
brought you into doing it as well?
Oh, well, brought me in. Okay, first and foremost, how my love for wrestling started all the way to before I could even remember. Me and my pops would take me to this small arena here in the okay context. I live in Laredo, Texas, literally border town between Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, Mexico. Literally, like, we're as south as the border can be, literally. So we would go across. We say across, like basically cross the border, to watch Mexican lucha libre. Even before I remember, I was a little baby, and when as I start to grow older, no, I was 5 or 6. I would see the big greats of Mexican lucha libre, El Perro Aguayo Jr., Abismo Negro Jr., by the way, may they rest easy. By the way, and now as I got older, up into my teens, um, I got that itch of hardcore extreme wrestling. First was I stumbled upon the old DVDs of ECW, like the I saw New Jack, RBD, the Great Sabu, which by the way, rest easy, brother.
Yeah.
All the greats, and then I remember vividly, like, once I, now to my, almost current age, recently, I got that itch of actually more than just being a fan, and actually start training and get becoming a natural wrestler myself. And from the get go, I told my trainer, which by the way, un saludos, a shout out to my trainer, Sacred Dragon, Mercy Monster, and Amazing Root, pretty great trainers. Big un gran abrazo, shout out to them for guiding me to the path I'm going to. And I told him straight off the bat that I want to do hardcore death matches, and all three of them gave me that look like, ugh, I don't know, like, are you sure you just want to do death matches hardcore? I mean, I consider myself like the probably the only pure deathmatch wrestler in the Laredo, Texas wrestling scene as we're speaking. I'm the black sheep. I quote myself as the black sheep of the Laredo, Texas wrestling scene because almost little to no one does hardcore death matches like myself.
Yeah, and I mean, it's insane. A lot of the things you do, it's just crazy. I mean, I've seen, especially like the last match you had. I've seen the
Oh
one
yeah,
with Insomnia. I've seen the triple threat that turned to a fatal four way.
yeah, about that one.
That's all I could find, really. But I've seen them all I could find.
And I think I sent you earlier.
Yeah,
Before.
that's yeah. And that one, I wanted to ask about that. How do you feel after losing your title on Saturday?
Honestly, um, I I don't want to say I feel defeated. I felt like a breakthrough because I'm gonna be honest with you. I stumble upon IJP in St. Joe Pain, which by the way, shout out to Insane Joe Pain. Whoop whoop, Juggalo fam. I stumble upon him. I'm gonna say how it is. It's not a shoot, but it is what it is. I saw him. He was in this promotion where it was a yarder promotion, and he was literally like that diamond out of the dozen in that yard. And I'm like, you, Dwayne, you, my friend, I need you out of here and bring you into the into an to the actual deathmatch scene because that little circle of yours you're just not gonna get out of. I see real potential in you. And literally months later, he took the title away from me. What an ungrateful son of a bitch. But on the real though, he's got lots of talent, lots of he like I said, I see some flair, some shine in him. So to me, losing that title wasn't a defeat. It was like a breakthrough of someone that I picked up and forge him and sharpen the tools that he needed to excel, to shine above where he used to be at. And I really hope he brings shine to that title. If not, I'm gonna take it right back off from his hands back to where it belongs, to me in Laredo, the real 956 baby.
Do you have plans on getting your title back from him or invoking your rematch against him?
I'm gonna let him. I want to test him. I'm like, prove me how you're gonna defend your title. Bring shine to it, and it's what I previously stated that if you if you don't give shine to that title, I'm gonna snatch it off from your hands because I believe in him and he also believe in me. But but sorry, not sorry. I made him, and he knows it real well. And that's a shoot. That's a shoot, brother.
Well, hey, I mean, I'm glad you guys can still get along and things, and there's no hard feelings. I mean, I know obviously it's still choreographed, but at the end of the day, some people get hard feelings from it for some
Yeah.
reason.
Some people just which I would like to jump at that subject. If you want to talk about insider stuff, we can talk about insider stuff. If you know, you know.
Sure, let's talk about some insider stuff.
So what what it baffles me is that and someone, I'm gonna give a voy a dar un nombre. His name is El Cavernario. He works at El Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre at CMML, the same company that AEW is working, collabing with. He told me once, in shared locker room, he said something I never saw it in wrestling. Wrestling, la lucha libre is literally the only sport that wins and losses don't matter. Seriously, like you can still go over without winning. I can state like an example. Kasai, Jun Kasai, the deathmatch OG, Japan, like Crazy Monkey. When he first started, he never got over, but he ironically got over because of his antics and his comedic, things he would do in the ring. Like he would rock in his early days of Kasai, he would rock like a monkey tail. He would come out with a and please quote me, don't quote me this. He would rock a banana bazooka into his entrances. Like he was very out there, and he didn't get old. like he didn't like win, but he still got over because of his antics and his comedic stuff that he did in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's all it takes. Things like that kind of remind me of like how Hornswoggle never wrestled, but but he got over as a wrestler because antics.
Literally, like, and Cabernario was right. Like, wrestling is the only sport that wins and losses don't matter. They don't. You
It
can still
really
go
does.
over.
It's all about who you are and how big of a reaction you can make, and if people like you or not, people want to
Yeah,
see you.
exactly. Like people literally paying a ticket to see you. You're a draw, win or lose. You're there. People want to see you.
Exactly. And so that brings you in. So the deathmatch scene, is that where you started wrestling? Like, or did you have any matches outside of that before?
Oh, like well, ironically enough, my debut match was literally a chairs match, like something vanilla, but it could get crazy within a chairs match. Believe me, it
Oh
was
yeah.
me, Alexander Blackwater, aka Steampunk Pirate. By the way, shout outs to Alexander Blackwater. My first opponent and my first rival. We went hell and back through our first year. You know, we concluded hardcore anniversary where he won the XHW Intercontinental Hardcore Championship in the in the barbed wire rope SOS death match. Crazy stuff. One of my easily top 5 death matches I've done, like as of now, honestly.
I'm definitely gonna have to check him out after this. I don't think I've heard of him yet.
I'll send you, his socials after if need be. He's because he got a new IG, that's the thing. He's mostly active there.
Ah, makes sense. Trying to think of what my next question was. I lost it.
Well, okay,
Oh
how
yeah.
about I go for it.
Wait, you had something? What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
Like now I want to ask you a question even though you're the host, but I have this on the tip of my tongue. Who who recommended me, like out of anyone, like who's because you sent me, no, you look for me or someone sent,
Uh,
somebody
Joe
referred
actually
me.
sent you to me.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I tell you, like, he, I made him. I tell you, I made him. He has to. He owes me. He owes me stuff, bro. Like, but on the real, I owe him his flowers. He's been he's been phenomenal this year. I told him, literally after getting down from our match, yeah, two nights ago, recording time as we're speaking, I told him, Joe, 2025 is the year of Insane Joe Pain, and that is on 100, brother. Eso es al 100, carnal.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
this year he's held two, three different titles, I believe, now counting the one he won.
yeah, that I was gonna say he has more titles than me, per se. I only have one, which was the XHW Intercontinental Hardcore Championship.
You'll have another one soon, and we know that for sure.
Hmm. And that's where I want to head to my next move in the game.
Exactly. So now this was a bit of an old match, but I'm sure you remember it. The Insomnia match.
Oh,
That end part, was that like pre-planned for them to steal your mask?
yeah, it was. It's something. Not many audiences. Well, here in the United States, audience they don't see like the that antic, that swapping the mask and acting out like the other person's, personality and stuff. But it was a spot that we always wanted to do. Like, let's just swap mask and we just pretend we're one another. Well, we switch personalities per se. I I swapped Insomnia's mask and wore mine. And let me tell you, he had a small ass head. That shit was fucking tight. No
Oh, I can
mames.
imagine. Yeah, I
I
mean, I've never seen that before, but I was like, was that something you guys came up with last minute or?
oh, it was, it was we were planning for it. It was pre-planned and a spot that we always wanted to do. You know, act one like swap our masks and just act like each other, like mirroring each other. It's a
Yeah,
old Mexican lucha libre, spot. It
yeah,
hasn't
I've
been.
seen it a couple times, and I've seen some videos of Mysterio Senior even doing that spot, I believe.
Yes, it's a almost forgotten, sadly, almost forgotten spot in Mexican lucha libre.
I'm
Like,
glad to see it coming back, though, with
yes,
you.
believe me, it's fun. And speaking of fun, you know what match is actually like pretty fun to work other than death matches? It's TLC matches or ladder matches in general. Oh my goodness, they're so much fun.
Oh, I can imagine. You seem like the guy that would love to just hit a frog splash off the top of a ladder.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw my previous match, but I was working this promotion called Texas Combat League in Houston. Um, we were we were it was me, Crazy Main, Su Servidor, Smoke the Reaper, Primo Cuh, Gavin Young, Marcus Ray, Jack Spears. It was a seven man ladder match for the TKO championship briefcase. And oh lord, we only had two ladders. One like I said, insider terms. One for bumps and one for the actual climbing. And we had the ref literally holding on to that ladder for dear life throughout the whole match. I think everybody wanted to get their spots in, and let me tell you, everybody definitely got their spots in. Probably my favorite. No, yeah, second favorite ladder match I've done to date. Um, One of my favorite spots from that match was the reversing Primo Cuh from a suplex to my finisher, the crazy driver. It's basically a modified angle slam. Let's be real here. That was
I
my
didn't
favorite
want to
part.
say it because I enjoy the move, but yeah.
It's like I said, I gotta be real with you. It's a modified. The crazy driver is just a modified angle slam. Este for real, like that's a match stipulation that's pretty fun. That's not because whenever I ask certain workers I want to work with, they like no, but no, like in the sense like since I know I do deathmatch, I think oh this guy just wants to barbed wire and light tubes and thumbtacks. Which by the way, fuck thumbtack. That's like my deathmatch pet peeve. By the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can kind of see it. Like, I mean, I don't see it on your face. I can kind of see it with like your expression with your mouth. Sometimes you hit that thumbtack, you're like, not again.
Yeah, like um um a little story between the first time we had my bout with IJP in St. Joe Payne and this other talent called Lan Garrett. Um we had this contraption. It was a board with barbed wire, light tubes, and the cherry on
And the
top,
fun.
thumbtacks. It was
I
a
remember
big fuck
that.
you contraption.
That was the four-way match, wasn't it? With you, Joe Payne, Len Garrett, and Rashad, wasn't it? Demarcus Rashad.
That was the second one. I'm talking the one back in March in XHW's Summer of Pain. I mean, sorry,
Oh, I
Spring
didn't
Break from
see that
Hell.
one yet.
Yeah, sorry. Everything was going well until they introduced this contraption. I sadly went through it through a scoop slam, whatever, by Joe. The first thing I felt was obviously the light tubes, and then the thumbtacks, and then I felt something like very stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, and then the horror. Some of the thumbtacks were starting to slide down my butt crack into my boxers and down to my unmentionable,
Oh.
the family's jewels.
Oh no.
Joe, like I said, insider terms, Joe gets me in the headlock, and I'm like, espérate, like, wait. And I'm start to fucking shake my leg just to get the thumbtacks out of my ball sack, because let's just say that wouldn't be a very fun way to spend that night.
Oh
I'm like,
god no.
wait. I shake my leg a bit, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. Bah, fucking gut check him, and then from there, I can't seem to remember. But yeah, fuck thumbtacks. That's like my only pet peeve in death matches. They're not easy. They're not good for your skin. Oh, and by the way, not only that's why, like I said, the thumbtack crawling to my unmentionable my balls. Um, One thumbtack in particular got stuck right in the very sweet spot. It was right in my tailbone. I had to call Hector, aka Rebel Kid, the promoter of XHW, to tell me, hey, bro, I got a thumbtack stuck in my tailbone. Just get it out. It's hurting chingles like a lot. Um, he pulls.
Okay.
I'm like, nope. Okay. Twist it and pull. He gets one, two, three, pull, and then it starts gushing out because, like I said, it was right on the tailbone.
Oh yeah.
I I couldn't sit down properly for 3 weeks.
Ooh.
Screw thumbtacks,
Oh, absolutely. I
and
guess
even like,
what are your three like least favorite weapons then since we're on that?
oh, okay. Other than thumbtacks,
I mean,
someone used an actual like dildo. Okay,
no.
yeah, and Alexander, to be specific, it was Alexander Blackwater that wanted to do like butt stuff, and I told him no butt stuff because he said, "I'm not. If you don't want to do butt stuff, then I'm not gonna take butt stuff." Whoop de doo. He decided to use a 14-inch dildo from one of the fans. Whoever godforsaken thought it was a good idea to bring up 14-inch
What is
dildo,
with the independent scene and bringing dildos to the
right?
shows?
And to he tries to insert it into my poor anal cavity. I felt it. Whatever. It's 2025. Um, I take it. He celebrates with a crowd with a dildo still in hand. And to be quite honest with you, I got heated. I didn't really sold it. I pick up a steel chair and I rocked Alexander Blackwater's head because and I told him fuck. I think you can find on my Insta. It's one of the most viewed fucking videos I have in my reels. I literally said it out loud because it was around the time of P Diddy, the P Diddy case. I said, "Fuck you, your P Diddy references." Ah! The whole entire crowd just started cracking up, like bro. And underneath the bread, I still gave him a fucking potato for, like I said, doing butt stuff to me when we said no butt stuff, like both, like God, I got him a receipt for that. But we're cool now, no bad blood, literally. And the number one, least favorite weapon to take is like I already said, thumbtacks, right? Okay.
Yes, I guess we're on two
I've
and
yet taken
three.
a fire spot because fire spots are super, 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 super unpredictable. No one knows how to put out a fire. People forget how to stop, drop, and roll, and then people bring kerosene, gasoline. No, There's a way. Like, just bring regular alcohol you buy at Walgreens or whatever the fuck, and with a simple touch of your hand, it's out.
Yeah, what's with the kerosene, gasoline? We're not trying to light each other on fire here.
Yeah, like I'm. I seen the. I seen some workers go through it. I'm like, nah, this is. I mean, I'm down, I'm willing to do it, but I need y'all have like the water hose, the fucking the OSHA fucking fire extinguisher ready. Which, by the way, they're not all fire extinguishers are the same, but that's a different story. But yeah, fire spots are like my least favorite to take because they're super unpredictable,
Yeah, that
very
definitely
unpredictable,
seems like that would be the most unpredictable thing you could do is get put through fire.
literally.
So I guess next, what's the biggest match you've done?
Match like of my career.
Yeah, what's the biggest match of your career so far? Would you say?
Oof. I'm very, very glad you asked that one. Because let me tell you this, and I still can't believe I literally was toe to toe, face to face with wait for the the final boss of deathmatch wrestling himself, Necro fucking Butcher.
You faced Necro Butcher.
Yeah, Dylan Summers, aka Necro Butcher. Holy shit. That guy, his the first thing they told me when we were in the back, I'm like, you know, I'm trying to imitate Necro as much as I can. You know, back in Mexico, these hands they used to call them manos de piedra. I'm like, and let me tell you, them manos de piedra, stone hands, they were stone hands. Like, he knocked me the fuck out, and that was probably the best KO I ever had in my life. He's such a sweet guy. He's not a dick. Literally one of the most down to earth deathmatch workers ever that I work with, and probably in the whole scene. Everyone in the deathmatch scenes love him. By the way, shout out to Dylan. I love you, man. I hope you can see this. Your homeboy Crazy Man from Laredo, Texas. Te manda saludos. Un abrazote. I love you, Dylan. I love you, brother. Like I said, 13-year-old me would not believe, like, if I would have a time machine right now and go back like over a decade from now, like over 10 years ago, and tell my 13-year-old self, and like, hey bro, stop what you're doing, stop what you're doing, whatever you're doing right now, keep doing it, because in down the future you're gonna be in the same fucking ring with the legendary Necro Butcher. And now probably 13-year-old me will finally shit a brick. I'm living my dream. I'm
Man, I
living.
know what you mean. That would be like if 13-year-old me was told, "Hey, you're going to be interviewing independent wrestlers from all over America here soon."
He'll probably shit a brick too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm glad to see that you are living your dream. So, like, I guess out of not out of the matches you've seen, but like, what's your favorite one that you've watched? Doesn't have to be anything big. Could be independent, anything.
Like, oh, my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
Like, other than mine. Okay, from. Oof, damn, that's a very toughy one. That's a very toughy one. I will narrow it down to, like, okay, here's, like, this is not a top five. This is literally right on top of my head, because this legend, this deathmatch legend meets a lucha libre legend. Which, by the way, this guy also did hardcore in some stint back in Mexico. I'm talking about the L.A. Park, Adolfo Tapia. Un saludo para Tapia, by the way. It was him, L.A. Park
Oh.
versus Masada in a lucha extrema back in Reynosa, in, I think it was 2014, 2015, like over 10 years
So
ago.
L.A. Park
One of my
faced
favorites.
Masada. I've
Those
never
two
even heard.
are toughest sons of bitches in the business. Let me tell you that.
Wow.
It's a must. Literally, my two passions, my deathmatch wrestling and Mexican lucha libre, just collide. It was beautiful. Like none of them look weak at all. The the heat was there. Like Masada's a good worker. Shout out to Masada. You seen this? He's an amazing worker. He can work regular matches, but he prefers doing death matches. And like I said, Tapia, LA Park, he's done it all. He's been in Japan and in Mexico, Latin America, North America, Canada, everywhere. He's a global phenomenon, literally.
Yeah, I believe he's even done some shows in African promotions too. I mean, literally hit every continent that you can for
He's a
wrestling.
he's done it all, literally done it all. One of my top matches, and also another one that I can really get it on top of my head right now was of Jun Kasai versus Ryuta Ito in the death match in Freedoms, and it combines the strong style of Japanese Pororosu, Japanese strong style with the technical wrestling and also uh, the way the weapons were used because I gotta say I don't want to bash certain workers, but I think there's a trend, especially in those certain niche groups online. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna name drop them, but there's this thing called hack and slash, which is just basically weapons and using nothing but weapons. No wrestling or no wrestling moves, just straight up hack and slash. An example that is was no hack and slash that match. Ryuchi Ito versus Jun Kasai at Freedoms 2008. Just gotta have it the link, and also a recent one was at XPW Drake Younger versus Idol Boy. Un saludos para el Idol Boy desde Tulancingo, mi estimado. Te manda saludos tu compadre, Crazy Man, and also to Drake Younger. A big shout out to him. Both amazing workers. They brought the technical wrestling. Like the match was perfect, but sadly, Idol Boy slashed his like the paper cut from hell. Like Larry
Ooh.
Riker here, he showed me the
No.
scarring. Like the worst paper cut ever. He's almost sliced his entire finger off. He said they had to cut it short, but it was and a lot of wrestling articles were promoting this match because it was so damn good. It was I think 2022, 2023. Either way versus Drake Younger. Like that. This is not top five. This is like matches that gain on top of my head are like my favorites. I can watch over and over and over and over and over and over again. That I could not get bored of. Recommended, truly recommended matches. Everyone should watch. If you're into Mexican lucha or deathmatch wrestling, it's a combination of both.
And there's a lot of matches you guys should watch, honestly. And for me, I recommend Crazy Main if you like just hardcore and extreme.
Oh, like my matches.
Yeah,
Me.
what you do, I mean, like it's not all like just pure hardcore. There's real wrestling, real
Oh yeah.
technical skill.
Oh yeah. I worked some regular matches here and there because some promoters still want me despite I'm a deathmatch guy, but sometimes I like to prove the haters that Crazy Main does know how to wrestle. Like, okay, from the top, deathmatch wise, death deathmatch wise, watch Crazy Main versus Alexander Blackwater, Hardcore Versary 2024. My fa- my fine for now my one of my all time favorite matches I've worked and probably the most perfect. Like Chef's Kiss
Yeah, I mean,
and
honestly, you probably got the funniest spot of your career there with that line
yeah,
right before you checked.
the butt stuff, and then the receive after.
Yeah, the receipt probably gave you the funniest line I've heard from deathmatch wrestling.
But and then for regular lucha libre, you should see the my match between me and Insomnia. Like we worked a really good match. Este,
It's a very
like
fun match to watch too.
yes, Insomnia. He's un buen muchacho. He's a great man. He has a good head on his shoulders, literally and figuratively. If you un saludos para el Insomnia. Espero que no me cachete después de esto, compadre, please. pero pero he's an awesome worker. Should be booked more.
So, have you worked any since you're right on the border? Have you worked any matches in Mexico before?
Um, I want to work Mexico, but preferably since ah no no ¿por qué? No estoy en un podcast. Sí. No, ¿por qué? Yo ya me voy. Gracias. Can we pause this a bit?
Yeah, is everything all right?
I just need to move somewhere else, you know?
Yeah, that's all
Thank you.
right.
Let me look. Just give me 5 minutes. I know you can pause it somewhere.
Yeah, I can
Ah,
pause the recording. I'm about to.
whoop,
And
whoop.
we're back.
We're back.
A
We're
bit of
back.
a hiccup there, but we're right back to where we were.
Yeah. Technical difficulties, y'all.
There's always got to be some, right?
Yeah, literally.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't remember where we were at with the last question. Do
Oh
you?
yeah, about regular matches that if I've been getting bookings out of the country like Mexico, Canada, Japan. Well, going back to Mexico, um, I it don't take it with a big grain of salt, but you might see Crazy Main soon in Mexico, mostly in Dorado, Tamaulipas, winter 2025. So keep an eye out on my socials, which I'll put probably underneath the. I'll send them to Boo Boo here. Know what I'm saying, to our host. My socials, my Facebook and
And
my
those will
IG.
all be linked down below
Whoop, whoop.
when this drops. So that'll be your first work in Mexico if this goes through, right?
Yeah, winter 2025, which is like 3 months time as
Hell yeah,
we're
homie. Whoop whoop. Much con love for you there, man. You got this.
Thanks, bro. Thank you. And also, speaking of working out country, your boy, one of my all-time goals as a talent, as a worker, is to be booked in Japan. And I don't have to go over. I think I slightly state this, but we I don't have to go over, since I'm in the show. I'm being booked in Japan. To me, that's enough because I made it. Know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That I mean, you can't ask for anything better. That's honestly my dream is to go one year, get booked for my music in Japan in April or something, you know?
Hope it comes true as well, brother. I pray. Te lo
So
pido.
is there a specific promotion you want to book you for a match when you go to Japan?
There's three in my mind. Freedoms because of Violento Jack, which by the way, un saludo para el Violento Jack de allá de Japón. Ahí nos vemos, carnal, muy pronto. Violento Jack, big. He's very over there in Japan, especially in Freedoms. I think he's still holding the Freedoms Championship over there. He's basically Jun Kasai's right hand at this point. Other than Freedoms, BJW, and of course, Sakura Toshiyuki's promotion. Don't quote me on that because I know of his promotion, but he's been promoting it on his media, on his socials. DIE, Deathmatch International Entertainment, which also Violento Jack has worked on.
And
on
that's the one I
backstage.
was waiting. I knew you were gonna say Deathmatch International. I knew it.
Oh, it's that promotion you want to get booked.
I knew you were gonna say it. I was like, when is he gonna say it?
Like it's in a new up and coming, deathmatch promotion in Japan.
Yeah,
That
someone sent it to me actually when they found out that one of my friends down in Texas said, "Oh, you're watching Crazy Main matches." When he called me, he was like, "Here, check this out." And earlier, seen some clips he sent me.
wait, oh, it's like I said. I noticed a lot of people tell me that, like I said, it's the antics I do in the ring, not just my my hardcore deathmatch shit, but also the stuff I say or the stuff
Yeah,
I sometimes do. It's
and just the personality, man. I mean, you got a unique personality that I have not seen with other wrestlers, really, and like your antics, they really do align with that, which you don't see a lot when people do antics. It doesn't really align with the personality of their character.
yeah,
You found a way to do both.
yeah, literally, and it's usually stuff that it's on the fly. It's not planned. It just happens. It's a lot of stuff I say or on my antics. It's literally on the fly. That's why I'm unpredictable in matches. You know, which by the way, and I think a lot of people touch this subject matter, and I think, and I'm gonna go into insider terms and stuff. So and I noticed because a lot of people kind of like back away from the deathmatch scene or hardcore scene. Um, this kid, which like I said, shout out to Marcus Ray. He was gonna work with me in a death match, and previously I told him, hey, you want some color, like you want to get some good blood, like good color. I show him a gossip plate, but on Messenger, I'm like, this is a gossip plate. These will hurt, but will get you good color. Put it on the skin and it'll stick. Just a little chop and it'll start trickling down. Or even on the like I seen all types of spots. He's like, I'll do it. I'm like, fuck yeah. Okay. Day of the show. I show him my gossip plate. He looks at it like closely. I widen wide as an egg. And he just looks at me. That I'm gonna take that. Well, yeah, you said you want to take a gossip plate spot, unless you want me to. He just stayed quiet. He just went to a corner.
Probably looks
Um,
scarier in person.
he started to have a panic attack, and I'm like, yo, some of his butt started to work on him, to get out of him. Like, hey, I mean, we if you don't want to go to the spot, I'll do it. You can do that on me, no worries. Like I said, I'm not an asshole. I'll work with you and I'll make you look like $1 billion. Which, by the way, I can make anyone almost like $1 billion. I'll sell the fuck out of anything you throw at me. I'll pull a Shawn Michaels if I have to. If you know, you know. Oh my god. But not that type of selling though. But like I said,
Yeah,
I'll make anyone. I'm not an asshole. I'm not. I'm talking now. Uh, and that's a shoot. I'm not an asshole. I'll work with you. I'm like, hey, you see this? I'm gonna fucking gonna give you this gossip plate on your right shoulder, right hand, or even your forehead. Like this is how it's gonna go. Like if I had to explain it, I'll explain it. I don't want to like say names or bring down workers, but there's certain workers that they'll just take business for themselves and not you know not let your opponent know about what is. I mean, stuff happens. Sometimes it's on the fly, like we improvise, but at the end of the day, it's we have to make this show go on with the work of both or even more of us workers to make a good show for the fans.
yeah, and I mean,
We're trying to protect each other.
I
It's
hear a lot of like the show not going on. Like when I interviewed Demarcus Rashad a few days ago or like a week ago, he was telling me how there are people like where his match where he's been booked and they've had to cancel his match because people won't fight him because his character he's crazy and they don't think it's not a character,
Oh yeah, my homeboy Demarcus. He
which is just
he is
crazy.
quoted. Yeah, he's not crazy. It's just that he's literally, and please quote me on this. He is the Texas New Jack with a bit of Brian Pillman spill into him.
What's crazy is I just saw him say that on a post. He said that himself in our interview, and I
He
feel it
took
when I see his
he
matches.
that's I he took that from me because outside the ring, like we were talking, like bro, like I know you got the blessing from New Jack before he passed away. By the way, rest easy.
You know, rest
New
in
Jack,
Jack.
you got the blessing from him before he passed away. But the Brian Pillman shit, I gave you that nickname because you kind of go on a tangent, or like you do stuff that, like I said, it's uncanny. Get it? Uncanny, the uncanny Demarcus Rashad.
I
Like
mean,
you're the
that's how you
Brian,
get
but
the names, right?
he's he's the Texas New Jack with a bit of Brian Pillman spilling on it.
Yeah, and he really does show it when he goes
But
in.
his promo skills are next level.
Absolutely next level. I mean, even during like with the last Len Garrett match, when something you never want to happen happened, he was still able to stay in character, grab that mic, and promo for a good while to
Yeah,
keep the show going in between matches.
yeah, I believe that. But like I said, if for anyone that's worked me, I might be crazy and a bit of a loony, a goof. Let's be real, I'm a goof, like in and out of the ring. I'm talking now, like the person behind Crazy Man, the character. I'm a goof, in and out of the ring. That's why it goes back to me saying my antics, the stuff I say during my matches, or the stuff I do during my matches.
It's you. It's just you with a mask, huh?
Literally, like at times, if it's Crazy Man, the person behind the mask, or the behind the mask is Crazy Man. Like there's been a blurred lines between the character and the person behind the mask, And I take in a lot of I want to go on a little tangent right now, but I think American audiences don't really understand the anomaly of the luchador mask. It's like, how can I explain when I explain someone like that's not very with Lucha Libre? I explain it like it's like Bruce Wayne and Batman. You don't see him in the same place. Bruce Wayne's not out there saying I'm Batman. Like no, it's a secret. Like it's a second life. And let me tell you, I have a shoe job. Like I have this job, and then I have my other regular 9 to 5 shoe job, which
Yeah, and
that's
it's
how
kinda like
I
me here, like with the name difference. I get it.
yeah, like I have a second life, especially when it comes to my let's put it partners. The ones I get intimate with. They sometimes they know, sometimes they figure it out through my voice, like, and I tell them no, I'm not. I don't know him. Yo no sé quién es.
Just say no. He's my cousin if they figure it out from the voice.
Like I tell you, sometimes it's a struggle when it comes to my partners. But that's a different story.
I get. Well, I guess one question I really like to ask: who's your
Oh,
Mount Rushmore for wrestlers? Your top
like
four, your Mount Rushmore.
mm, Mount Rushmore of wrestling or deathmatch wrestling.
Whatever you choose. How about just overall wrestling? Deathmatch guys, normal guys, anything.
Oh, okay, here we go. Just for wrestling is the following: the Mount Rushmore. How many are in the Mount Rushmore? Five or six? I forgot.
Four. Four.
Oh, oh, four. Oh my God, my social studies teacher would be so upset. No, I said six, and it was supposed to be four. Oh my God, Miss Martinez is gonna be so upset. I'm so sorry. Anyways, my top four, like the faces of the Mount Rushmore wrestling. Este one, Ric Flair. Two, um, like, can it be like worldwide or just the
Yes,
Western?
it can be anyone from anywhere.
L.A. Park, Antonio Inoki. By the way, where's Easy? And finally, the fourth would be. Ooh, this is gonna be a very, 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 very hard one to narrow down. But like modern wrestling, it's Will Osprey, and I literally
Can't
stay
even
them by
argue with
eras.
that. What was that?
Will Osprey.
Yeah, I heard that. I can't argue with that one, man. He's amazing.
Like I said, I have you noticed I mentioned them by eras,
Yeah.
and like I said, wrestling, and okay, now let's go with the death match, and I'm gonna name them like the whole globe, not just the West. Some say the West, some say the like the East side of the world, like globally.
Yeah, I think
Necro
so too.
Butcher, Necro Butcher, Mick Foley, Terry Funk, Junkasai, and nobody else.
No, all great choices, and rest in peace to Terry Funk there.
Rest easy.
Wow, that is, I mean, you really do know great wrestling and great wrestlers, and you know what you're doing. Well, before I let you go, is there anything you want to tell everybody or anything? Or is there anything
Yeah,
you want to
absolutely.
say?
Yeah, absolutely. This is like my 5 minutes of inspiration from. Damn, I noticed the lighting was so bad here. Why y'all didn't tell me? Well, never mind. Look, that's better lighting for your homeboy. Este, for everyone that's out there. Um, Especially for the newcomers, the green guys or the people, the boys that are trying to get into the business, either if it's death match or regular wrestling, whatever. It's I like to say like I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not fearless. I still have fear whenever I go to a match, but I still do it because I have courage. Let me tell you something. One of my favorite cartoons of all time is Courage the Cowardly Dog. If you're a 90s 2000s kids, I think you know that show. In that show, for the people that don't know about Courage the Cowardly Dog, it's basically a show about a scary cat dog, ironically, scary cat dog that faces monsters, ghosts, and protects his beloved owner Muriel from all those monsters. And he's always scared shitless, and yet he still gets the job done and still saves the day. Still saves Muriel, even though he's shitting his pants. He's still shitting a brick. I still go out there and wrestle. Even I was shin a brick when I was facing Necro Butcher. But why I still do it? Not because I love it and I'm kind of stupid, because I have courage. Even when if you're scared, for everyone that's out there, even if you're scared, just do it. Even if it scares you, because by the end of it, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger or more stupid.
Yeah.
And almost before we go off, I want to drop my socials below. Is that Crazy Main 956 in Facebook, and for my Instagram, for all the the new kids, because apparently the new kids love Instagram more than Facebook, because your homeboy Crazy Main's already unk and still uses Facebook. My IG is also Crazy Main, all low caps, all together. Crazy Main 956. on my Instagram. I'll send you the links below. And on that, I'm very glad to be on Beyond the Bell. It was an honor. It was an honor being here, and hopefully maybe we could have a part two or whatever, you know.
It was an honor to interview you, and I really hope we can bring you back for a part two.
Yeah, because I got lots of stories to tell, lots.
Yeah, and we
But right now
definitely will have.
it's already 8. Well, Central Time it's 8 p.m. as we're recording, and they as we're speaking of bookings, one of my messages says if I they want me for a booking literally right now for a replacement. And let's just say your homeboy is gonna prove everyone that I can still wrestle without deathmatch, you
You know,
know?
there's no way. I was just thinking, what if, like, before we start, what if you got a booking during the show and you got one during our last couple minutes here? So I'm gonna let you go so you can do that.
Yeah, thanks, bro. And like I said, I'll send you my socials, my links to my socials, so you can place them below if need be. And like I said, stay updated with my socials, y'all. Your homeboy Crazy Main, the 956 Deathmatch sensation, real hardcore 956 Juggalo shit. Whoop
Yeah,
whoop.
you guys don't want to miss what he has going on. You guys definitely don't want to miss another match. I'm happy to have you on. Whoop whoop. Much
Whoop
clown
whoop.
love. I'll hopefully see you next time.
Fuck yeah.